When considering an actor who has embraced a wide array of roles in Hollywood, Deborah Kerr comes to mind. This British actress experienced a career filled with both saintly portrayals and bold transformations. Her ability to shift between these extremes earned her a spot among the most adored and the most reviled figures in the industry. Kerr began her career embodying the quintessential English rose, gracing the silver screen as a proper schoolteacher and a regal princess. Yet, beneath her polished exterior lay a yearning for more unconventional roles. This desire was realized when she was famously seen splashing in the ocean with the charming Burt Lancaster. However, this shift in her on-screen persona raised questions about her morals, igniting a public debate that lasted for years. Despite the controversies, Kerr's talent shone brightly, earning her multiple Academy Award nominations from the 1950s to the 1960s. A turning point in her reputation occurred following a tumultuous period marked by a quarrel with her husband, a romantic entanglement with a friend, and a troubled affair that rocked her personal life. This chaos led to a series of broken contracts and missed opportunities. Although she eventually parted ways with MGM, her reputation had already taken a hit, making it difficult to shake off the negative perception. A diagnosis of Parkinson's disease ultimately compelled Kerr to leave the United States and return to the UK. Even in her later years, her story remained captivating, especially considering that shortly after her passing, her husband and biographer also died, both at the age of 86. Born Edith Norma Shearer on August 10, 1902, in Montreal, Canada, she grew up in a wealthy family. However, after her father faced financial difficulties, the family moved to New York City. Determined to become an actress, young Norma began her journey on the Broadway stage. Her undeniable talent and striking beauty soon caught the attention of Hollywood, leading her to Los Angeles, where she signed with MGM in 1923. Initially, her career started modestly, but everything changed dramatically when she married Irving Thalberg, the legendary MGM producer, in 1927. With Thalberg's influence, Shearer's career soared, landing her prestigious roles and making her one of MGM's leading ladies. However, this meteoric rise was marred by accusations of nepotism, with many believing her success was due more to her husband's power than her own abilities. This perception tainted her accomplishments and created resentment among peers and the public. As her star continued to rise, reports of her demanding nature also surfaced. Shearer insisted on receiving star treatment, which often created friction with colleagues and crew members. Her insistence on perfection, while contributing to her memorable performances, earned her the label of a diva. In the pre-code Hollywood era, she refused to be typecast in wholesome roles, and began choosing more provocative parts. Her daring performances in films like The Divorce and A Free Soul shocked audiences. While these roles won her critical acclaim, including an Academy Award for Best Actress, they also invited criticism, especially from conservative viewers. The death of Irving Thalberg in 1936 marked a significant shift in her career. Without his powerful influence, she struggled to maintain her top-tier status, exposing the fragility of her position within MGM and Hollywood. Critics felt vindicated, believing her decline proved their suspicions of nepotism. Norma Shearer retired from acting in 1942, leaving behind a complex legacy. She had been a trailblazer, challenging traditional roles for women on screen. Yet the allegations of nepotism, her demanding demeanor, and her controversial role choices left a mark. Despite the criticism, her impact on Hollywood is undeniable, paving the way for future generations of actresses. Born Edith Mariner on June 30, 1917, in Brooklyn, New York, Susan Hayward emerged as one of Hollywood's most compelling actresses. Growing up in a working-class family, her early life was filled with hardship, yet her determination to succeed shone through from a young age. Hayward's beauty and ambition led her into the world of modeling, which soon transitioned into auditions in Hollywood. One of her early significant moments came when she auditioned for the role of Scarlett O'Hara in Gone with the Wind. Although she did not land the part, this experience opened doors for her in the film industry. Her breakthrough arrived in the early 1940s with notable performances in films like Beau James in 1939 and Reap the Wild Wind in 1942. These roles garnered attention, and she quickly rose to fame. However, behind her success lay a temperamental nature that became notorious in Hollywood. Hayward was known for her fiery temper, leading to clashes with directors and co-stars. One of the most famous conflicts was with director Henry Hathaway, with whom she collaborated on several films. Their strong-willed personalities often clashed, creating a challenging environment on set. Despite the tension, their collaborations resulted in powerful performances that showcased Hayward's undeniable talent. As her career progressed, personal struggles began to overshadow her professional achievements. Hayward battled alcoholism, which significantly impacted her behavior and reliability. Her struggles with alcohol were well known in Hollywood, leading to erratic behavior both on and off the set. These issues further tarnished her reputation and made it increasingly difficult for her to maintain professional relationships. The combination of her remarkable talent and tumultuous personal life created a complex legacy that continues to intrigue audiences today. Born Joan de Beauvoir de Havilland on October 22, 1917, in Tokyo, Japan, to British parents, Joan Fontaine's early life was filled with contrasts. She spent her childhood in Japan before moving to California, where her parents' divorce created a sense of instability. This early experience shaped her resilience and ambition. In the 1930s, both she and her older sister, Olivia de Havilland, pursued acting careers. While Olivia found initial success in Hollywood, Joan followed suit, adopting her stage name to carve out her own identity. Her breakthrough came with Alfred Hitchcock's film Rebecca in 1940, where she showcased her talent and earned critical acclaim. This role launched her into stardom and led to further successes in the 1940s, including an Academy Award for Best Actress for her performance in Suspicion in 1941. Despite her achievements, Joan's journey in Hollywood was complicated by a strained relationship with Olivia, which began in their youth and continued throughout their lives. Their rivalry, fueled by professional competition and personal differences, often played out in the public eye. Media scrutiny and industry gossip contributed to Joan being perceived as aloof or difficult by some colleagues. While she maintained a dedicated fan base and continued to work in film and television, the perception of her as a contentious figure lingered. Joan Fontaine's career reflects not only her talent and resilience but also the complexities of navigating fame and familial rivalry during the golden age of Hollywood. With her iconic peekaboo hairstyle, Veronica Lake is a name that conjures images of classic Hollywood allure. Born Constance Frances Marie Amann on November 14, 1922, in Brooklyn, New York, she experienced a turbulent childhood marked by the early loss of her father in a ship explosion. Her mother remarried, and the family moved to Miami, Florida, where young Constance began to show an interest in acting. Her striking beauty and enigmatic presence soon opened doors in Hollywood. Lake's breakthrough came with her role in the 1941 film I Wanted Wings, where her distinctive hairstyle became an instant sensation. She quickly rose to stardom, captivating audiences with her roles in Sullivan's Travels and This Gun for Hire. However, behind the glamorous facade, Lake's life was far from perfect. Known for her iconic hairstyle, her behavior on set was often described as unprofessional. She clashed with co-stars and directors, earning a reputation for being troublesome. Her unwillingness to cooperate and frequent disputes made her difficult to work with, causing friction among her peers. One notable incident involved actor Joel McCrea, her co-star in Sullivan's Travels, who reportedly refused to work with her again due to her difficult behavior. These clashes were not isolated events, but rather a recurring theme in her career. As her star rose, so did her personal problems. Lake struggled with alcoholism and mental health issues, which began to take a toll on her reliability and performance. Her erratic behavior both on and off set started to overshadow her talent, leading to missed opportunities and damaged professional relationships. Lake's personal life was marked by tumultuous relationships and financial difficulties. She married and divorced several times, each relationship adding to her emotional turmoil. Her battle with alcoholism further exacerbated her mental health issues, making it increasingly difficult for her to maintain her career. As her career waned, her erratic behavior and inability to maintain professional relationships contributed to her negative image. By the late 1940s, roles began to dry up. Hollywood, always quick to move on, had little patience for stars who caused more trouble than they were worth. Lake's once promising career was in sharp decline. Desperate for work, she took on less prestigious roles and even attempted a stage career, but her reputation preceded her. Audiences and critics alike were unforgiving of her past indiscretions. The woman who had once been a symbol of Hollywood glamour was now struggling to make ends meet. In the 1950s, Lake's fortunes took an even darker turn. She was arrested for public drunkenness and faced numerous legal and financial problems. Her life became a tragic tale of a fallen star unable to reclaim her former glory. In her later years, Veronica Lake worked as a waitress in New York City, a far cry from her days as a Hollywood star. She wrote an autobiography, hoping to set the record straight and gain some financial stability. Sadly, she passed away from hepatitis and acute kidney injury on July 7, 1973, at the age of 50. Lake's legacy is a poignant reminder of the fleeting nature of fame and the harsh realities of Hollywood. Her beauty and talent made her a star, but her personal demons and professional difficulties led to her downfall. She remains a cautionary tale of how quickly one can fall from grace in the cutthroat world of show business. Born Elda Furry on May 2, 1885, in Hollidaysburg, Pennsylvania, Hedda Hopper grew up in a modest family, the daughter of a butcher and one of 9 children. Her upbringing was strict and religious, instilling in her a strong sense of discipline. As a young woman, she left home to pursue acting, joining a stock theater company, and traveling across the country to hone her craft. In 1913, she married actor D. Wolf Hopper, who was 27 years her senior, and during this time, she adopted the stage name Hedda Hopper. Although she appeared in several silent films, her acting career never reached significant heights. In the 1930s, her life took a dramatic turn when she reinvented herself as a gossip columnist. Starting in 1938, she wrote a column for the Los Angeles Times that quickly became one of the most read and influential in Hollywood. Her sharp wit and fearless reporting earned her both fans and enemies. Hopper's columns were filled with scandalous tidbits about the personal lives of Hollywood stars, and she was known for her ability to uncover secrets. If a star or studio crossed her, she would retaliate with damaging stories. One of her most infamous feuds was with actress Joan Bennett, who sued Hopper for defamation. The case was settled out of court, but the feud left a lasting impact on both women. Hopper was also known for her strong political views. Being an ardent anti-communist, she used her column to support the Hollywood blacklist during the Red Scare, accusing numerous actors, writers, and directors of being communists or sympathizers, which ruined many careers. Her involvement in the blacklist made her a highly controversial figure and deepened the animosity toward her. One specific incident that contributed to her being one of the most hated figures in Hollywood was her role in outing actor Montgomery Clift. During a time when homosexuality was taboo, her public insinuations about Clift's sexuality were seen as cruel and invasive, showing a lack of empathy and respect for people's privacy. Hopper's relationships with stars were complex. While she had friendships with some, many others feared her. She wielded enormous power, and her approval or disapproval could make or break a career. This power dynamic created an atmosphere of tension and distrust, making her a formidable figure in Hollywood. Renowned for her ethereal beauty and remarkable talent, Gene Tierney was one of Hollywood's brightest stars. Born on November 19, 1920, in Brooklyn, New York, Tierney was raised in a wealthy family that nurtured her artistic inclinations. She attended prestigious schools and traveled extensively, which helped shape her sophisticated persona. Her stunning looks and acting ability soon caught the attention of Hollywood scouts, leading to her film debut in the early 1940s. Tierney's rise to stardom was swift, with notable roles in films like Laura in 1944 and Leave Her to Heaven in 1945. Her performances were critically acclaimed, and she quickly became one of the industry's leading ladies. However, beneath the surface of her successful career, Tierney struggled with severe mental health issues, including depression and schizophrenia. These battles significantly impacted her life and career, leading to erratic behavior that often made her unreliable professionally. Her unpredictable behavior on set created numerous challenges for directors and co-stars. There were instances where she would become difficult to work with, causing delays and tensions during productions. This unpredictability made her a less desirable choice for filmmakers who needed dependable stars for their projects. Despite her undeniable talent, these issues often overshadowed her work, affecting her professional reputation. Tierney's personal life was also fraught with difficulties. Her struggles with mental health were well documented and became a subject of public interest. This scrutiny further contributed to a negative perception of her. Despite her many achievements, the public's fascination with her private life often eclipsed her professional accomplishments, casting a shadow over her legacy. Despite these challenges, Tierney's performances continued to captivate audiences. Her beauty and talent were undeniable, and she left an indelible mark on the film industry. Yet her story remains a poignant reminder of the toll that mental health struggles can take on even the brightest of stars. Gene Tierney's legacy is one of both triumph and tragedy, highlighting the complexities of life behind the glamour of Hollywood. Born Phyllis Lee Isley on March 2, 1919, in Tulsa, Oklahoma, Jennifer Jones emerged as a prominent figure in classic Hollywood despite a controversial reputation that marked her career. Raised in a supportive family environment, she showed early promise in the arts, particularly in dance and theater. Her interest in acting deepened during her college years, leading her to pursue a career in entertainment. Jones's breakthrough came when she was discovered by Hollywood mogul David O. Selznick, who not only signed her to a contract but also groomed her for stardom. Under Selznick's guidance, she adopted the stage name Jennifer Jones and began her ascent in the film industry. Her early roles, characterized by delicate beauty and emotional depth, earned her critical acclaim and a devoted fan base. Despite her initial success, Jones's career was overshadowed by personal controversies and professional challenges. She became entangled in a scandalous affair with Selznick, while married to actor Robert Walker, leading to public scrutiny and a tarnished public image. Her roles in films like Duel in the Sun and Portrait of Jenny garnered mixed reviews, with critics often pointing to her perceived lack of range and depth as an actress. Jones's reputation as one of the most disliked actresses of her era stemmed not only from her personal scandals, but also from industry perceptions of her acting abilities. Some critics accused her of relying too heavily on her looks and Selznick's influence rather than developing her own artistic identity. As Hollywood evolved, she struggled to adapt, further contributing to her contentious legacy. Despite the controversies and criticisms, Jennifer Jones remains a fascinating figure in Hollywood history, symbolizing both the allure and pitfalls of fame. Her story serves as a reminder of the complexities and challenges faced by actresses navigating the golden age of cinema. Orson Welles occupies a unique place in Hollywood's history, celebrated for his visionary direction, yet ensnared in a tumultuous relationship with the industry that often cast him among its most divisive figures. Renowned for his versatility and profound acting prowess, Welles soared to fame, but it was his daring ambition and boundary-pushing creativity that frequently clashed with studio expectations. He cemented his legacy with Citizen Kane, a film hailed as a masterpiece by critics and a testament to his directorial brilliance. However, its release marked a turning point in Welles's career, polarizing audiences and studios alike. Despite initial acclaim, subsequent directorial efforts, such as It's All True and The Magnificent Ambersons, encountered severe setbacks, marred by studio interference that left Welles disillusioned with the Hollywood system. Navigating through disappointments, Welles turned to independent projects, occasionally triumphing with films like Touch of Evil. However, his career trajectory became a cautionary tale emblematic of the industry's challenges for filmmakers who dared to defy convention. Critics argue that Welles, despite his immense talent, squandered opportunities due to perceived self-indulgence and clashes with collaborators. Welles's legacy is as complex as his career. He passed away in 1985 at the age of 70, leaving behind a body of work that continues to inspire and provoke debate. His life serves as a reminder of the delicate balance between artistic vision and industry expectations in the world of cinema. Born Elizabeth June Thornburg on February 26, 1921, in Battle Creek, Michigan, Betty Hutton experienced a childhood filled with challenges, including poverty and family instability. From a young age, she found comfort in performing, singing, and entertaining, which sparked her desire to pursue a career in show business. Hutton's big break came when a talent scout discovered her, leading to a contract with Paramount Pictures in the early 1940s. She quickly gained fame for her high-energy performances and comedic timing, starring in popular musical comedies like The Miracle of Morgan's Creek in 1944 and The Perils of Pauline in 1947. However, despite her early success, Hutton's career faced significant hurdles. Her reportedly difficult personality and volatile behavior created tension on set, as she often clashed with directors, co-stars, and studio executives. Her personal life was equally tumultuous, marked by multiple marriages and divorces that attracted public attention. Struggles with alcoholism and emotional instability further complicated her reputation, making it hard for her to maintain professional relationships and consistent work. Critics and colleagues pointed to her erratic behavior as a reason for her unpopularity, overshadowing her undeniable talent. As time went on, Betty Hutton's career began to wane, largely due to her reputation for being difficult to work with and her ongoing personal struggles.